And joining us in studio right now, it's John Barrowman himself.
Hey.
Captain Jack Harkness. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being on InnerSPACE.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to Toronto. You've been here before.
I have. I've been to Toronto a few times. I call this Canada Land.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and in one of my books, my niece and I, we described it in one big chapter, and we talk about all my experiences here. And yeah, I like Toronto. There's a few good places in Toronto that I go to that I can't talk about on camera.
Ah, well, Toronto loves you as well. You're here, of course, for Fan Expo. So what are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Well, part of the whole thing for me for doing these things is to meet the fans. And I really enjoy, I mean, a lot of people, I talk to a lot of other people who are involved in these things, and they're like, oh, I got to go sign, I got to do this, I got to do that. And you know what? Go home. Don't do it. The reason I come here is to meet the fans, to do this kind of stuff, to celebrate the fact that they have put me where I am, and that they've given me the life and kind of the career that I've always dreamt about. So it's a thank you back. And also, you know, I have to admit, there's some nutsos out there, but I'm a nutso myself, so we're all, we're all good. We're all good.
What do you find people most often ask you about? I mean, because beyond, you know, the
I can't talk about that on camera.
Okay. Okay.
And if you want to know, meet me afterwards, and I'll show you.
All right. I'll get the inside scoop for everyone. When I meet Inside Scoop. Let's move on. What do people ask
Both of you are blushing now. You did say that we wouldn't be able to follow any questions, didn't you?
We're
What
1 minute
questions
in,
do you
and
have
this is
anyway?
already my favorite interview of all time.
No. There you go.
But do people ask you about things beyond Torchwood? I mean, you know, genre fans love you for that, but obviously you do, you know, musical theater. You do lots of things. So are you amazed by the things that people ask you about sometimes?
Well, I'm amazed that people are interested in what I do. That's what amazes me every day. But the thing that's great about my career and that people have allowed me to have a career that's diverse, you know, and I can do different things. For instance, being on Doctor Who or Torchwood, doing musicals, having my live concert tours in the UK. So I do, and writing books with my sister. There's all sorts of different things that I do. I'm never surprised about the questions they ask. I'm surprised by the gifts they sometimes give. Those are intriguing.
What's the weirdest gift you've ever gotten?
I can't tell you on television. I really
You're all
can't.
gonna be off camera.
But just put it this way, it was a battery-operated toy.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the spot. This isn't in the questions, but can we just pretend I'm giving you a terrible gift? Let's improv right now. And give us your best. Thank you for this awesome gift. Pretend that you enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet you, John Barrowman.
Nice to meet you, too.
I made you this.
Oh my gosh,
I made it myself.
That is wonderful. What is it?
It's your face made out of macaroni.
See, you know what? I think I'm just going to put myself on a pan of hot water and eat me. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay, I need to ask the question that everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
When are we going to see more of Captain Jack Harkness?
That I have no idea, because there's a whole thing going on, you know, with the BBC, also in Stars, and unfortunately Russell's partner's not very well, so there's a lot of stuff that we're taking on board. We're kind of on a bit of a hiatus. I think that, for me, I would love to see, you know, Jack back on the screens with Torchwood. I know the fans would, and I think there's probably, you know, hopefully a new home in the future for Torchwood.
Well, is it that legal complications that would prevent?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I mean,
50th anniversary.
50th anniversary. I would love to be involved, but I haven't been asked.
Okay, so you're just waiting.
I'm just waiting.
I mean,
but you know what?
inevitable.
Listen. It may not happen. And they may decide to go a completely different route with the 50th anniversary. And if they do so, that's the decision of, you know, Stephen and the writers and the people behind, you know, the suits, as we call them.
Yes.
But I know the fans want Jack involved, and I would love to be involved. And I think it would be, you know, disappointing if I wasn't.
What is it about Doctor Who that you love personally?
Well, having been a fan since I was a child, and when we moved to the States when I was a kid, and watching it on a Sunday night, and I always say that Doctor Who is responsible for me being a rubbish speller, because I can't spell. I flunked every spelling test on a Monday morning. That was my teacher, Miss Croissant. I used to call her Miss Croissandwich. Yeah, but there are other sandwiches out there you can choose from. I failed spelling tests, but I think what people like and what I like about the Doctor Who is the Doctor Who world, okay? Because sometimes, you know, people, when David Tennant finished and regenerated into Matt Smith, everyone's going, oh, Matt Smith, no. You know what? You all love him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's that little period between the old one and the new one where you go, oh, I don't know. But why you go with Doctor Who, you go on board for the stories. You go on board for the world of Who. It's not always just about the one particular person. So that's why I go on board. I like the drama. I like the stories. I like the things they touch upon. I think it's a really, really, well, it is. It's an awesome show.
Well, before we wrap this up, got to ask you really quick. We're all excited for Arrow. What can you spoil? Tell us about your character.
I can tell you that my character's awesome.
Okay, well, that's a given.
I'm
if you're
sexy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm.
Are you good? Are you bad? Are you?
I'm not gonna.
Between?
I'm not. But I'm good. In my
good?
eyes, I'm good.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna
That
say.
said something right there.
And I can tell you, though, I know that at Fan Expo they're going to be premiering the pilot. And if you get a chance to go and see it because it is absolutely awesome. And Stephen, who's the lead, has a shirt off an awful lot. So if you're interested in that, yay. It's in my contract that anytime he's around me and on set, he has to be shirtless. And consequently, why aren't you shirtless today?
Well, this is the question.
And why aren't, and for all the boys and girls out there, why aren't you shirtless today?
Well, you know. Maybe.
We'll wrap it up and we'll take our shirts off. We'll have a topless party in studio with John Barrowman. Really quick predictions for the return of Doctor Who?
I kind of know what's going to happen, so I don't want to spoil it for you. And it's not very good.
Oh.
Just kidding, it's awesome!
Amazing.
Thank you so much for
You're
coming
welcome.
in.
All right,
pleasure
thanks, guys.
having you.
Appreciate
That is
it.
all the time that we have for you tonight, everyone. But tune in next week as we will be starting our week-long build-up to the big Doctor Who premiere next Saturday.
Plus, we're going to continue with highlights from this weekend's Fan Expo. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you to John, and keep on watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Shirts off?
Shirts off.
Ooh.
Let me just help you there.
Yes.